Have you ever heard someone make the argument that they're actually saving money by eating at restaurants and getting takeout or delivery as compared to buying groceries from the grocery store? As the argument goes, you save a ton of time from not having to cook, and you can use this extra time to work more. Others argue that they're so stressed from their regular job that they don't have time to cook, so restaurant food is a necessary life expense. Let me be blunt. If we're arguing which is cheaper, the grocery store beats the restaurant every day of the week and twice on Sunday. It's no contest. The explanation is simple. The restaurant has to mark up the cost of the food and also mark up the cost of cooking and serving the food for you. Unless you're a partner at a law firm and you bill clients at something like $1,000 an hour, you likely aren't saving enough time getting restaurant food to offset the extra costs of that restaurant food versus groceries. Now, I'd imagine most of you watching already know this. You know that you're probably ordering DoorDash and dining out a little too much. But I have a feeling a lot of you don't quite realize how enormous the savings are if you just eat more food from the grocery store versus restaurants. To demonstrate these enormous savings, let's do some price comparisons of popular food items. For example, mozzarella sticks at a popular chain restaurant versus mozzarella sticks you can buy in the frozen food aisle at the grocery store. And let's establish a few ground rules for these comparisons. We're going to keep things as apples to apples as possible and as simple as possible. For grocery foods, we're going to use only foods that can be cooked in the microwave or oven. So there's barely any extra effort in making them as opposed to ordering them at a restaurant. Since most restaurants don't provide a serving weight, i.e., how much food you're actually getting in terms of grams or pounds, we're going to use calories per dollar as our metric to determine how much bang we're getting for our buck. And lastly, for restaurants, we're not going to include things like delivery fees, service fees, and tips. Again, keeping things as simple as possible and just going with the menu prices. All right, let's get started. Which is cheaper, chicken nuggets from Burger King or chicken nuggets from Costco? At Burger King, the largest size we can order is 16 nuggets, which is 830 calories total, and the cost is $5.49. That comes out to 151 calories per dollar. At Costco, the Kirkland brand of chicken nuggets come in a 4-pound bag that costs $15.99. One serving is 160 calories, and there are 22 servings in the bag. If you do all the math there, that comes out to about 220 calories per dollar. So Burger King is 151 calories per dollar, and Costco is 220. Unsurprisingly, Costco wins. You're getting more food for your dollar. But what is perhaps surprising is just how much more value you're getting at Costco versus Burger King. With Costco, you're getting 46% more chicken nuggets per dollar than at Burger King. 46%. How can you continue to order fast food in good conscience when such a deal like this exists? All right, next up, let's look at the typical accompaniment to chicken nuggets, French fries. Which is cheaper, French fries from McDonald's or French fries from Costco? At McDonald's, a large order of fries is 480 calories and costs $4.99. That's $96, 96 calories per dollar. At Costco, the Kirkland brand of extra crispy French fries comes in a 5-pound bag that costs just $6.39. A serving is 150 calories, and there are 27 servings in the bag. That comes out to 634 calories per dollar. So McDonald's fries are 96 calories per dollar, and Costco's fries are 634. My goodness. At Costco, you're getting 559% more fries for your dollar than at McDonald's. I know people love McDonald's fries, and I am no different, but they aren't 5 times better than Costco's fries. Next up, how about a classic pizza pie? Which is cheaper, a pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut or a pepperoni pizza from Costco? At Pizza Hut, a large pepperoni pizza is $17.99 with 8 slices and 323 calories per slice. That comes out to 144 calories per dollar. At Costco, an 18-inch pepperoni pizza is just $9.95. Yes, you heard me correctly. Costco rightfully gets heaps of praise for its legendary $1.50 hot dog and soda combo, but this pizza deal might actually be superior. The entire pizza is 3,880 calories, which comes out to 390 calories per dollar. So at Pizza Hut, you get 144 calories per dollar, and at Costco, you get 390. At Costco, you're getting 171% more pepperoni pizza per dollar versus Pizza Hut. Another no brainer victory for Costco. At this point, maybe you're thinking, well, of course Costco is great. Everyone already knows that. But you have to pay an annual fee to shop there. What about a regular grocery store? Well, all right then. Let's look at regular grocery stores. The following prices are from the Walmart closest to me, but I imagine that these prices aren't much different from other popular chains like Kroger, Aldi, etc. Which is cheaper, mozzarella sticks at Applebee's or mozzarella sticks at the grocery store? At Applebee's, a mozzarella stick appetizer costs $10.79 and has 810 calories. 860 total, but 50 is for the marinara sauce. That's 75 calories per dollar. At the grocery store, a party-sized pack of 50 mozzarella sticks from the brand Farm Rich costs $13.98. The pack has 200 calories per serving and a total of 19 servings. That comes out to 367 calories per dollar. So Applebee's is 75 calories per dollar and the grocery store is 367. So at the grocery store, you're getting 389% more mozzarella sticks per dollar than at Applebee's. Lastly, let's take a look at dessert. Which is cheaper, chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream at Baskin Robbins or chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream at the grocery store? At Baskin Robbins, a triple scoop of chocolate chip cookie dough is $7.99. At 290 calories per scoop, that's 109 calories per dollar. At the grocery store, you can get a pint of Ben and Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough for $4.87. The whole pint is 1,130 calories, which comes out to 202 calories per dollar. Baskin Robbins is 109 calories per dollar, and the grocery store is 202. So at the grocery store, you're getting 86% more chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream per dollar than at Baskin Robbins. We could keep honestly, we could keep going for things like breakfast sandwiches, soda, chicken sandwiches, etc. But I think you get the picture. When you compare the prices of restaurant food to grocery store food, it's no contest. You can buy significantly more calories per dollar at the grocery store. To recap, here's a neat and tidy summary of all the savings you get from buying at the grocery store versus a restaurant. For chicken nuggets, you're getting 46% more value. For french fries, you're getting 559% more value. For pepperoni pizza, you're getting 171% more value. For mozzarella sticks, you're getting 389% more value. And for chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, you're getting 86% more value. All of this is even more mind-boggling when you remember that we made a few simplifying assumptions for this exercise. In the real world, restaurant food will be more expensive and grocery store food will be cheaper than the numbers I've presented here. These figures for restaurant foods are menu prices. In the real world, you'd have to include things like delivery fees, service fees, and tips. We picked foods from the grocery store that only require the bare minimum of effort of nuking them in the microwave or popping them in the oven. If you're willing to spend a bit of time in the kitchen, you can easily drive down costs even further. Maybe you have a favorite sub from Subway. I guarantee you that you can make it cheaper at home. You'll just have to spend a little bit of time chopping lettuce, toasting bread, dicing chicken breast, and frying it in a skillet. All right, let's sum it all up. You will save an enormous amount of money by eating grocery store food versus restaurant food. And you don't even need to cook. Microwave and oven will suffice. But cooking will, of course, unlock even more savings. Restaurant food should be an occasional treat or a necessary evil if you're out and about and need a meal but can't cook from home. If you truly want to get bang for your buck from a restaurant, go to restaurants that make food that is difficult or even impossible to make at home. Things like brisket or good sushi. For everything else, you can't argue against the value of the grocery store. What do you think? Does this apply to your life? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.